This video is sponsored by Alcid E-Homes, whose mission it is to accelerate the advent of sustainable, healthy living systems around the world. Hi, welcome to Best in Tesla News, episode 71. The world's quickest production car ever made is finally here. And Lordstown is in big trouble. And the FUD coming out of China has been dedunked. And the Tesla Model 3 is coming to India. And the teardown of Ford Mustang Mach E freaked out Sandy Munro. All this and much more to come in today's episode. Let's dive right in.
Let's put our living stereo stylus in this groove.
Let's start with the Tesla Model S Plaid that finally started deliveries. I did make a whole video about the event, so if you haven't seen that one, you definitely should, but I would just like to add a couple of things, like the new Model S will also have a new heat pump, so you would hardly feel a drop in energy in cold weather. That is pretty awesome. Tesla did not make a one more thing, so there was not a lot of new stuff, but Elon did confirm everything we knew. But we did also see some new videos of the car and the great new design inside the car, and of course the new awesome user interface. And they did have some test vehicles at the site as well. But this number seems to be deliberate, Elon. But check out my video about the car to see it all, or definitely check out the whole event. I will leave a link in the description. But let's hear what Jay Leno had to say about the Plaid Model S he took for a ride on the drag strip.
Few have been allowed to drive that car, but Jay Leno has for CNBC's Jay Leno's Garage. He tried to break the quarter-mile land speed record for production cars.
All right, Jay, this is Franz. You're ready to go. Launch. Here he goes. Wow. 9247. Wow.
Wow, I wonder if that broke a record. Jay's with us from his garage. That's fast. Was it a winner?
It was a winner. I mean, it is now the fastest production car you can buy. Faster than any Ferrari, faster than any $3.5 million Bugatti. You know, it's pretty amazing. You know, the most amazing part was that drag strip was near Bakersfield in an agricultural area. So there's farming all around. There were birds sitting on the Christmas tree. That's the light that comes down. When I stepped on the accelerator and took off and I came back down after going 152, the birds were still there. I mean, you go to any drag strip and it's just horrible noises, tires smoke, blah, 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 blah. But just the fact that you could go that fast, that swiftly, that quickly, you know, it's pretty amazing. I'm a huge fan of American technology, and especially products that developed here in America using locally sourced stuff. And that's why I love this car. $130,000 is a tremendous amount of money. But to get the same performance from internal combustion engine, you probably have to spend, in the case of Bugatti, $2.5 million, or Ferrari, close to $1 million. So it's pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Plus, I had the air conditioner on.
Yeah, a hardcore smackdown. And another one bites the dust. Yes, Lordstown Motors amends annual filing with going concern notice. The electric truck startup says it doesn't have sufficient cash to start commercial production. Yes, like Elon has said, prototype is easy, production is hard. And since Lordstown's 100,000 reservation was mostly from paying people to make a refundable reservation, this concern has been in the cards since we found out about that. Like I said before, Tesla has paved the way for new EV startup. They get crazy high valuation from the get-go, but people tend to forget the hell Tesla had to go through to just produce its first car. And its second car. And only after producing 2 electric cars, Tesla went public. And someone like Lordstown or Nikola, they went public and got high valuations straight away without having brought anything to production. This is a very big difference. There was a reason why Tesla had red numbers and burned through cash in the first decade, and only then started making a profit. To start a new electric car company is hard and very, very costly. It looks like Lordstown could even close before it hits its 3rd anniversary. And yet another EV startup that promised the world, and GM jumped right on it. Yes, I really don't know what GM is doing, but I know what they are not doing. Thinking. GM have invested in both Nikola and Lordstown, the 2 new EV startups with the most red flags. It seems like GM is very desperate to get hold of some new technology in the EV world. And speaking of not thinking, Gordon Johnson did of course jump on the FUD coming out of China. Yeah, no wonder Gordon Johnson loved GM, because he's also struggling with the thinking for himself. But luckily Hugo was there teaching him basic mathematics. Because we finally got some numbers from the CPCA instead of all the rumors. And May numbers are actually looking great in China, despite all the FUD about brake failure and protest and so on, because Tesla sales did rise 30% in May, debunking reports of weak demand. Tesla China sold a total of 33,463 vehicles, comprised of 21,936 units for the local market and 11,527 for export. So Tesla does not have weak sales in China. They are some of the best sellers. Even if you take the export into the numbers or not, just look at this little chart showing some of the sales of the competition. You can combine these 3 companies and they will still not keep up with Tesla in China. Tesla is doing great in China. Even though the new energy vehicle market went up 17.4%, Tesla's sales went up 30%. Actually, Volkswagen shrank in May year-over-year in China by 7.5%, according to Alex on Twitter. So it is not Tesla that is having problems in China, and Volkswagen actually want to grow their business to 10.5 million cars in 2021. So they will sell about 600,000 more cars this year than last year, but only plans for 522,000 BEVs. And I'm still skeptic as to whether Volkswagen can make over 500,000 BEVs, as they only delivered 63,000 BEVs in Q1, and about 30% of them were sold to their own dealers. But they have a long way to go in the last 3 quarters to get to 522,000 BEVs. But even after their power day, telling the whole world they were going electric and green and want to be the leader in the EV world, and talking like they were already Tesla with only zero-emission cars. Well, they plan to grow their ICE business in 2021 and have 97.5% of their fleet being ICE this year. Yeah, as Greenpeace said, a few electric cars don't hide the facts. I guess Volkswagen will need to buy some more credits from Tesla in the years to come. And Ray for Tesla gave a great example of just how well Tesla is doing in China here in 2021. Tesla China sold 135,400 units of its made in China Model 3 in 2020 in China. They started Model Y delivery here in 2021, and from January to May 2021, 128,588 units of Model Y and 3 were sold, excluding around 26,000 units for export. And the Model Y is actually starting to overtake the Model 3 in China, just as Elon predicted. It is now the best-selling EV in China if we leave out the little shoebox of a car, the Wuling Mini EV. And number 2 is the Tesla Model 3. Yeah, Tesla is doing great in China. Don't believe the FUD, people. Don't believe the FUD. And we did find some of all these exported cars from China in Belgium. And it looks like Tesla is ready to invade Europe. Look at this sea of Teslas that has arrived in Belgium this week. That is crazy. So many Tesla Model 3s being exported to Europe just months before the Model Y will come out of a factory in Germany and rule the European EV market. And if you think Germans don't want Teslas, I think you are very wrong. Just look at the survey made in Germany if people want to recommend their electric car to a friend or colleague. And the Tesla Model 3 is sitting on the #1 spot, rather comfortably, I might add, with 84% that wants to recommend the car to a friend, where the number 2 on the list only has 66%. And number 3 is actually the Tesla Model S. And even though this is a survey in Germany, we do find the ID.4 on 6th place and the ID.3 on 14th place. Not even half of the ID.3 owners will recommend this car to a friend. But it looks like Germans really don't like the Nissan Leaf. But we know that Norwegians like Teslas too, and Morten Groh tweeted this picture showing ships waiting in line for their turn to load off hundreds of Tesla Model 3s. Yes, it looks like it's going great in Europe, and it does, even though some people think Tesla sales has flatlined because of the first month in a quarter. They just never seem to get that. But Tesla sales in May did actually grow 240% year over year. Yes, I think we will see a really great Q2 that will probably beat the old record, even though Q1 was awesome. Actually, Tesla did better in Q1 than Tesla has ever done in the first half of any year before. Yes, the competition is not really slowing down Tesla sales. And if we look at EU-EVs.com and look at these 12 European countries that represent about 80% of the European EV market sales, Tesla Model 3 is so far in Q2 number 2, only beaten by the ID.4. And remember, in Q1 Tesla did end up the best-selling EV by far. And if we look at the year to date, the Tesla Model 3 is leading the race by quite a bit. So with all these cars we have just seen coming into Europe, my guess is the Model 3 will be the best-selling EV in Q2 as well. And all this before they have a factory in Europe. This is nuts. But what is your guess? Who do you think will win Q2 in Europe? And let's take a look around the Tesla Gigafactories. And Gigafactory 5 in Texas is speeding along, and thanks to Joe Tackmeyer, we can see 14 of these concrete pillars have been put up since last week, and we continue to see Giga casting pieces being produced at the factory. And we do see they're getting walls and window up on both sides of the factory, and the steelwork is going great on the west side. But we did also see some action from inside the factory. Some production robots are up and running. Nice. And Tesla start testing Model Y production line in Giga Berlin as well. Tesla received another preliminary approval from the State Environment Agency a few days ago. It includes authorization to test the functionality of the system in the paint shop, casting and body in white. New image received by Drive Tesla Canada from an anonymous source showed that Tesla is wasting no time and has already begun active testing of production process. As Drive Tesla Canada showed with these pictures of the side part of the car and the photo of these robots moving the single casting pieces around. It doesn't look like these pieces are made in Berlin though, because as we can see here in this picture, the Giga casting machine is not done yet. So these casting pieces are probably from Shanghai or Fremont or maybe even Texas. But exciting to see them already testing the production line in Gigafactory Berlin. And we did see people working at night at the Giga Berlin. Not very often we see that. They are working hard at getting the battery factory up. And Tesla might be preparing to release the version 9 of the full self-driving software. And they want more testers. Yes, Tesla is hiring, and they wrote, "We are looking for highly motivated individuals to accelerate our vehicle level testing for all current and future autopilot futures on the path to full self-driving." Tesla wants to hire more testing around the US with new position in New York, Chicago, Washington DC, Philadelphia and Miami. But Tesla is also looking to hire full self-driving feature testers around the world for the first time. Electric spotted new positions in Toronto, Paris, Milan and Barcelona. If you ever need any testers in Denmark, Elon, just give me a call. And the Boring Company might soon be starting digging tunnels in Fort Lauderdale. "We are very, very close to a deal," said the mayor of Fort Lauderdale, noting that other companies will be invited to bid and compete against the Boring Company. But we all know that nobody can compete with the price of the Boring Tunnel. And the mayor of Fort Lauderdale estimated that approximately for $30 million, the Boring Company could build a tunnel that would run from downtown Fort Lauderdale to just below the entrance for the beach. But it's not yet clear who would pay the bill, the taxpayer, the state government, or the Boring Company. One possibility is that the Boring Company may be able to cover the construction cost, then collect the fares as a way to recoup its expenses. This model is similar to what has previously been proposed to other major cities across the country. The mayor said there would be a fee, $5 or $6 to take the route, and considering we are charging $4 per hour for parking on the beach, it is definitely much better to take something like this. And to get a little perspective of how cheaply the Boeing company is doing this. A current project underway designed to expand the Los Angeles metro system by 9 miles cost over $9 billion. I know that is for a whole train and that can carry hundreds of people at a time, but they all have to stop at every single station. And in the Boring Tunnel, you only stop at your destination. That's a big difference. And 9 miles for 9 billion or 90 millions? Well, that's a big difference too. And the Las Vegas Loop has become the biggest attraction at the World of Concrete convention.
Is concrete proof that Vegas is back? Yeah, Kim, people are loving it. In fact, one of the most exciting parts of the World of Concrete convention today isn't in the convention itself at all, it's below it. I'm told it's the talk of the convention.
People have been coming back that have done it, telling other people, like, instead of eating out here for lunch, take the loop and go to the South Hall.
And not just for the snazzy cars.
No more rush hour traffic.
These Tesla Model 3s and Model Xs are designed to transport 4,400 people per hour. Drivers say a steady stream of convention goers have been using the service.
Avoid a lot of traffic. It's the whole point of this, especially in very congested Vegas out here.
Conventioneers I spoke to said it not only provided a quiet venue for business talks,
Very smooth, very quiet.
but also added safety.
When you sit in bumper-to-bumper traffic here, and you know the way cabs cut in and out.
Now, vendors told us it also made for a great attraction to get people to this convention today so that they could increase their brand, viewership and more customers here for them. Also, these are currently manned cars, but there are plans to get autonomous vehicles in the loop soon in the future.
Yeah, this is one of the reasons why Tesla don't need to pay for advertising. And Ford just released yet another pickup truck. Ford unveiled the Maverick, a compact hybrid pickup truck for under $20,000. And if you're regular viewers of the channel, you know how I feel about hybrids. But with Ford's announcement of a $20,000 hybrid pickup truck that may get up to 40 miles per gallon, it is obvious that the automaker could have done a lot more to reduce emission than they have done so far. And if we look at the innovation Ford and GM has done over the last 5 years when it comes to getting their cars to be more efficient and CO2 friendly, well, they are kind of going backwards. No wonder that Ford employees are buying Teslas. Oh, burn. And Sandy Munro has started his teardown of the Ford Mustang Mach E. And he's not all happy about it.
Let's pull this thing out.
He did like the look of the Mach E when he looked at the car from underneath. But when he pulled out the front of the car, Sandy couldn't believe what he saw. This big spaghetti mesh of hoses. Sandy was not pleased with this and told Ford to fix this fast. So now we understand why the owner manual of the Mach E suggests maintenance schedule for the cooling system every 10,000 miles. Yes, the old OEM just love maintenance. Sandy did say it is better than the ID4, so that's not really good for the ID4. But then he showed the Tesla Octovalve that Tesla has invented and hoped Ford would build something similar instead of their many hoses. Yes, Tesla is not only about specs and acceleration, they're getting better at building cars than the old guys. Because the old guys are stuck in their past with their old school mindset and technologies. Tesla is teaching the old OEMs how to make better cars. And Tesla is coming to India. The Tesla Model 3 is the first to hit the Indian streets. As part of this, Tesla India Energy started operation in Bangalore. According to the latest report, the company's Model 3 cars will arrive in India soon. According to the Money Control report, the Model 3 sedan for test runs will arrive in India in July or August. It is reported 3 cars of the first batch have already arrived in Mumbai for a test run and approval from the Automotive Research Association of India. Therefore, it is reported that Tesla will start selling the car commercially in India by the end of this year. And in the first phase, Tesla cars will only be available in the major city. Tesla plans to open its own showrooms in Mumbai, Bangalore and Delhi. Tesla is awaiting clarification on policies and regulations currently being adopted by India in the field of electric vehicles and battery manufacturing. And let's squeeze in the last short news topics into this news show. Yes, it's time for the Tesla Shorts. A Tesla Model 3 collided with a big ICE SUV, but not only did the Model 3 prove durable enough to protect its drivers, it also proved so tough that the gas-powered SUV that struck it ended up in flames after the collision. Those dangerous EVs. And Tesla President of Heavy Trucking, Jerome Gulen, departed the company on June 3rd. Jerome has helped Tesla grow for a little more than 10 years. Thanks for over 10 years of service, Jerome, and good luck in your next adventure. And we did see Tesla doing 128 miles in the Las Vegas Loop. Nice. And if you're still in doubt if EVs will be the future or fossil fuel are getting some momentum, well, this chart shows how electric vehicles are taking over, and you can hardly see the fossil fuel cars. They are there. We just need to zoom in a bit. There's been some hate against Tesla and Elon Musk by some anonymous people. But if you want to see Dave Lee debunk all these 11 arguments in just 7 minutes, I can highly recommend his video. I will leave a link in the description. Tesla is planning to put its insurance program and upcoming full self-driving subscription directly into the smartphone app, according to a software engineer who recently reverse-engineered part of the automaker's application. And do you know what Captain America is driving? Well, of course a Tesla. American-made muscle. And Tesla can't keep up with the demand in the US for the Model Y. The estimated delivery date has been pushed out to September now. And we did hear from China before that Tesla was banned from military complex and different enterprises in China due to security concern. But now the ban has extended to other brands of internet-connected vehicles, including NIO and XPeng. So it's not just Tesla that the Chinese government are trying to hurt, as many wanted it to look like. And LCD Home, the sponsor of this channel, has also closed its first 10 units, as I talked about before, in North Park Woods. That will be for testing all the technology in the e-home, as I made a whole video about. And now 10 more units in Q2 2021 will be done. Tesla has agreed to take charge of setting up all homes with Tesla Powerwalls, Tesla solar panels and Tesla wall connectors, transforming these homes into e-homes. And LCD Homes International bought these 20 houses and transformed them into e-homes to test everything out before they build the whole community and get feedback from customers. So cool to see some progress in this huge project, where they do expect to have over 100 e-homes already this year. And I just want to make a quick shout out to Ivan from the EV Stock channel. I don't know the guy, but he makes some great videos on Tesla and deserves a lot more subscribers than he has. But he has made a single series about the rise of Tesla. Small 15-minute videos going in details of the history of Tesla from 2018, and now we have come to 2017. And I know how much work he must put into these videos, and I really enjoy this series, but I just noticed that there was only like a couple of thousand views on these series, so I just wanted to give him and his Rise of Tesla a shout out, because they deserve a lot more views. So I hope you will go watch his great series of the Rise of Tesla. I will leave a link in the description below. And do you want 2 free stocks? Yeah, I thought so. If you use the link in the description to open a new Webull account, you'll get 1 free stock valued up to $250 just for opening the account, and another free stock valued up to $1,600 if you found your account with at least $100. And it will of course help support this channel as well, a win-win for the both of us. And you do have a chance to invest in both Bitcoin and Dogecoin with Webull as well. Enjoy! And before we end off with a bit of fun, I just want to give a quick shout out to my newest patrons and members of this show. Keith Willis, Steve Dixon, HR Dawns. And I thank you for watching, members Carol Ottoman, Alexander Karash, and my Be Nice and You Are member Stain Mawson, and my 2 new Best in Tesla superheroes, Stephen Brown and Jonas Edman. Thank you all for your support. I am doing this all by myself, but you guys are all the producers of this show. Thank you. And let's end off with a bit of fun. And since this has been the Plaid week, let's end off with a bit of Plaid fun.
3, 2, 1,
go!
Oh my goodness! That's 100.
That was 100! That was 100%! Whoa! Holy shit! Woo! Oh, wow! Yes! Oh my God! Man! Oh shit! Oh It doesn't let off like most Teslas. Oh man! Whoa, my Model 3's ruined forever now. Wow.
Really want waypoints. Okay, does everybody here want waypoints? Alright, fine, we'll do waypoints. God damn it.
That is all we have time for in this news show. Hope you enjoyed it. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. It really helps this video out a lot. And if you did like it, maybe you want to consider hitting that subscribe button and notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos just like this one. If you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for your support, and if you want to support the channel even more, remember you can, for as little as $1, become a patron of this channel and get your shout out on this show. You can also become a member of the YouTube channel to get a shout out and some extra perks. Hit the members button to find out more. And don't forget to follow me on Twitter. I tweet all the news as it comes out and more. And check out the merch store to get some merchandise and support the show. Now it's also possible to support the show without buying anything, becoming a member or a patron. There is a link to donation options in the show notes. But going forward, I will be making more videos for patrons and members only, so don't miss out. And thank you for watching. And until next time, take care out there and be nice.